Michael Liberty is here, Royals fan, who went viral over the weekend because he picked up a home run ball and then got booted from the game. Michael, good morning. Thanks for wrapping up the show with us on KCMO 95.7 FM. What happened on Friday night, man?
Hey, Pete. Good morning. I appreciate you having me on. So I was at the game with my buddy Adam. He's a Tigers fan. We'll forgive him for that. But we had seats back of the fountain. Bobby Witt hits the home run. You can actually see me in the video if you replay the game. Kind of go over the back of my seat in hopes of it staying in arm's reach. It goes into the fountain. Everybody's kind of cheering and such. And I turn around and the ball, instead of being stuck in the back of the fountain like it usually does, it's rolling forward. It comes right up to the railing. I'm a tall guy. That is actually the lowest railing in the stadium by the fountains. I'm a tall guy. I just reach over. It's floating on top. Barely dip my hat in, pull the ball out. I had a security guard about 10 feet away watching me do it the whole time. Didn't say a word. He actually congratulated me for the manner that I got the ball. Another security guard came over and he's like, "Did you just get that ball?" And I, showed him exactly how I did it. And he goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "I don't know if that's going to be okay or not. I don't see an issue with it." Fans are cheering. We're excited. Thankfully, I took a picture with the ball so I could send it to my son. I thought it was just Bobby Witt home run ball, give it to my kid who's a huge baseball fan. Next thing I know, I'm being told that I'm going to be kicked out. They're going to confiscate the ball. And I'm like, what's going on? So I give the ball to my buddy for a moment, and I'm like, "Hey, hold on to this. Let me get this figured out." Supervisor comes down. I'm immediately met with hostility. "You committed a crime." I show him. I'm like, this is all I did. And he goes, "I don't care. I don't want to hear it. We're getting the ball. You're being ejected. You can be arrested for this." And it just went way beyond where it should. A moment of excitement, a moment of
so you stick your hat in the water to pick up the ball, right? Did any part of your body touch the water?
Nope. No part of my body. You can actually see in my picture. I posted online. It's on X, Facebook, Instagram. You can actually see the picture where I take a picture with the ball, and the only part of me that is wet is my shoulder, and that's from putting my hat back on my head. The only part of my hat that even touched the water was just the very back, like where the back label is. It barely dipped in the water. The ball was floating.
Now, is there, I've never sat out there, are there big signs that say don't go in the fountains, don't dip your hands in, don't put anything in the water?
There's a sign right behind where we were sitting, and it's absolutely faded. You can't hardly decipher any of the words. A clearer one in another area of the fountains farther down, it says entering the fountains. I'm over 40 years old. Like, I've been to hundreds of games at Kaufman. I know you don't go into the fountains. That's exactly why when it came back and it was so close to the railing, I could have actually stuck my hand probably through the slats in the railing and grabbed it from that way if I really wanted to, but I wasn't going to risk my arm getting stuck.
So you get thrown out of the game then, right? Is what happened?
Correct.
And they took the ball.
They took the ball. I was threatened to be arrested. They kicked me out of the stadium. Upon being escorted out by the police officers, I was explaining to them what happened. They're like, we just have to do what they tell us. And I'm like, I get that. I didn't give anybody any issues. There was no struggle. There was no fighting back or anything. And I told them what happened, and they just kind of stopped, and they're like, "Wait, what?" They're like, just your arm. And I said, "There's cameras everywhere in the stadium that you can see exactly what happened." And they said, "You need to contact guest services. You need to get in touch with the Royals office. I've never heard of something like this being escalated to this extent." And that's kind of when I was like, obviously I'm upset. They took a ball. I was going to give it to my kid. I didn't find out it was the 3K ball until the following morning. I posted a couple of things, and I had people reaching out to me going, "Dude, like, there's a reason they did what they did to you. That ball was the 3K ball."
The 3,000th home run hit at Kaufman Stadium.
Yeah, and I am a baseball lover. I've grown up, baseball was my first love in life. If they would have simply explained to me in that moment, "Hey, this is what this ball is," I would have said, "Hey, let's step into your office." I would have been more than gracious to have that ball, be a part of baseball history in selflessly giving that ball back to the team and that this organization that I've loved and grown up with. Everybody thinks there's a cash grab when you get a ball like that. I would love nothing more than to be a part of selflessly giving back to the Royals history and doing something cool for like my kid or his baseball team, set something up to give these younger kids who love baseball a once in a lifetime experience, because I happen to be in the right place at the right time with a ball that meant something to the team that I love so much.
Now, do you have, I know that you said people reached out to you and said, here's what really happened. Have the Royals said anything to you confirming your theory that this really was about the 3,000th ball?
No, I have not. Oh, I'm sorry. I have not heard from the Royals at all. I filed in person. I went back to the stadium the very next day. I wasn't banned from the stadium. Went back the very next day because we already had tickets. There was a group of us going to the game. I stopped into guest services personally, filed the complaint with them, showed them pictures of the sign that was right behind us, and they gave me an email to send, basically follow up with. So I sent that out that evening. Stayed the whole day, enjoyed the game. I've got pictures of me at the game. I'm still out there supporting the boys in blue. I might be mad at the organization right now for how I was treated and how this was handled, but I love the Royals. Congrats, Cags. Glad he's coming up. That's awesome for the team. The part that kind of tipped the scales on this was Saturday evening. A friend sent me a clip from the KC Star Post, and it said that the Royals were able to get the ball back and retrieved it from the fountain. Bold-faced lie to the KC Star, and that is what kind of set this into the bigger motion that is now. I don't have a lot of followers. I'm not big on social media. I'm using it for what
you just
I
do.
Can't moment.
Yeah. Well, Michael, we appreciate you sharing the story. Reach out and let me know if you ever do hear from the team on this.
Oh, I will. I will definitely be keeping everybody updated. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you taking this time, allowing me to kind of say what happened. One thing they need to do, that sign should say, no retrieving balls from the fountain.
Yeah.
There's this giant area. And, hopefully this gets resolved right. There is a happy ending to this, and I can tell Royals, if you're listening, it involves zero money. There's a very easy way to fix this. I hope that we can figure that out and get back in the good graces of the Royals, because right now a lot of people are upset with them.
Michael, thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Pete.
Michael Liberty. There you go. I mean, give the guy signed ball by Bobby Witt, call it a day. Everyone goes home happy.